My party went from level 8 to 20 in one session, so I've been running this campaign for about 5 months now, and next session it's going to end. About 1 to 2 years early. Lol. Core premise of the campaign is a demon that was trapped in a sword seduced a king to wield him during a losing war, spilling thousands of people's blood and making himself strong, turning the tide in the king's favor. In the game, the party are brought together because the whole kingdom's gone to hell. The local knightly order is stretched thin and are asking for any adventurer's aid. It's been 10 years since that war. My core behind-the-scenes stuff was the demon Mazak has been ruining everything for a year now. The party kill a necromancer whose books mention him. They kill a dragon that had enchanted an ancient forest to be on fire forever, a power they discovered he learnt from Mazak. My original plan was, after months of sitting on his hands, the Knight Order's leader was going to ride to the capital with his honor guard and demand to see the king, who'd been missing for a year, accidentally finish Mazak's summoning, bringing him into this plane. The party members would finish the next story arc to see the sky red and broken. It would take weeks to reach the capital. I figured the party would take that long to do the next arc. The Kenku monk, who apparently really didn't want to go to the monastery he was kind of excommunicated from, argued against this and demanded to go with the knight. He argued that they'd done most of the heavy lifting fixing things, and if the leader wants this to work, they need the part. The rest of the party agreed, made decent arguments and rolled 20s. No problem, I thought. They'd go to the capital, find the sword sitting across the king's lap, and convince the knight not to touch it. The sword would remain in a quarantine until the party's stronger. They enter the capital, now filled with soulless husks of people, march to the keep, and the second I am done describing the sword, the monk, fastest bird on 2 feet I might add, races to the sword and picks it up. To be fair, his religion is all about secrets and his character is desperate to redeem himself. He figured taking the sword he might be able to barter his way back home. It was 100% in character, and I don't blame the player for this. Unfortunately, Mazak is fine with this, does 10d10 psychic damage to the monk and forces him to drop the sword, shattering it and releasing a CR20 demon into the world, and said demon starts turning the husks into other demons. They book it out of the castle and I think, damn, guess I'll figure out a way to salvage this. Luckily, I gave the wizard a magic scroll, one of 3. After opening the first 2 he realized these scrolls could have any spell. From a cantrip to power word kill. But if he opened it, he's forced to cast it, or it's casted on him. It's a long story, was a really fun reward. He never opened the third one. He wants to open it, praying for wish. I open D&D Beyond spell list and tell him to roll a dice for page, and for which spell. I swear by every god, I did not fudge this. He got wish, and with a really good wording, managed to wish the entire party and accompanying knights to LVL 20. So we skipped a lot of the character-specific arcs, and I'll admit I kind of wrote myself into a corner. If I changed what happened in the capital it'd open a lot of plot holes and ruin a lot of setup. But I think the final session will be the most epic session I've ever DM'd. And I wanted to tell this insane story with you all.